Alright, hello and welcome. Make sure to click the chapters down below to see which mobile suits you want to hear me talk about. So, of course, here we are with SC Gundam Battle Alliance. Appearance, units, and characters, original Giant MA, Confused Mission, the latest information. First, we're going to get to the mobile armor. The mobile armor is Plug-in P. Now, this is very similar to a mobile armor that was, I guess, in another series, and it was on, someone commented on Reddit, it's very similar to another mobile armor that they've seen before, so understandable. And it looks absolutely cool. But it's very range-oriented, as it says right here. Like the Gundam Atreus, machine doesn't exist in any history, tank type aircraft paired with the plug-in H. Line firepower, powerful beam attacks, main guns, surface firepower, with missiles deployed from multiple turrets. Since melee's range up perspective, stay away from the range or sticking to it. Also performs rush attacks or rapid acceleration, so you can't let your guard down even if you're completely close. So probably it spins. Plug-in is a word that means launch expansion. P is what? New giant mobile armor, plug in P and H, walked away. It looks like the big ring. We're going to move straight in, and I assume this is going to be the melee variant. Yes, indeed, it's the melee variant. It specializes in melee attacks with extendable claw and arm beams, and shooting with the micro missile pods and shoulders. Transformation is possible, and high-speed movement is possible by becoming a mobile armor. Anti-beam coating has been applied to reduce air resistance in mobile armor form, so it has no flaws in terms of attack and defense. As you see at the top of the screen, it actually looks cool as a mobile armor. As you see it like charging in as its regular mobile armor form. But of course, H means what? Now, before I move on, I'm going to state, I think P means Persephone and H means Hermes or Helios. Now, very similar to Greek mythology, probably something relating to that. I don't know if Latreia means anything in Greek. If you know, leave a comment, but I feel it's something similar to that, since Hermes seems to be more of the classy type of guy. Showing Camille Bidon and Quattro Pagina fight together to stop the runaway for Murasame. Psycho Gundam has an eye field. Long distance beam attacks can be rented until the eye field is worn out. Challenge with a live bullet attack, which basically means just physical guns or, or keep the attack with the beam attribute attack and nullify the eye field in fight. By invalidating the eye field, the beam attribute becomes a weak point. Now, the reason why I assume is because they're not meant to take beam attacks, but you can reduce the eye field and take it away. So the Big Zam has one, the Newell ZL has one, this has one, and introducing the Confused Mission, a fierce battle with a formidable enemy. Confused missions are missions with fragments of different historical data mixed in with the true histories that should have been repaired. And they can spawn randomly. Now, this is kind of interesting since there's RNG in the game to try and get the little drops. The blueprints, I think you can just find in crates, but as it states, a time limit is set so that you will not be able to challenge it if left unattended. So you have to do it within 3 missions of getting it. It says, in order to voluntarily challenge the mission that appears, you need a revision key that can be obtained in-game. The Psycho Gundam suddenly appears in the world of Mobile Suits Gundam Seed Destiny. Blueprints for mobile suits that can be obtained in Confused missions, so collecting revision keys and challenging any mission as many times as you like. So this is how you get blueprints for certain mobile suits. It'll probably be some of the more exclusive suits like the Strike or even the Impulse instead of, how you would get it in a traditional mission. And introducing Cancel. Now, Cancel, as we showcased before, basically you can press the O button or whatever button you have bound to dodge, and basically you can dodge. Now, so some of the mobile suits actions and attacks can have cancellation point. You can have it connected to another action. Terminal commonly making various use of attack methods such as sub, rotation, launch, etc. And saying by stepping during an attack, you can cancel the motion, launch the next attack. However, the step uses boost gauge to decide when to use it. Now, you can circumvent this if you have 50% more by using a chain breaker, or by just stop using your combo to then, gain the gauge back. So there's various ways to do it, but it's showcasing the new Gundam using a high new Gundam using one attack, dashing to the side, and then doing the attack again similarly. And this one is introduction to mission difficulty. If the mission is difficult to glitch, try setting the mission difficulty to easy. Now I want to take a moment and see this. Now there's the Arius, there's the Cerebi, there's the Gadessa with a normal Gadessa, and right here it says this is the true mission for 00. So this is cool. It looks to be early on since it says level 8. And if you played the demo, the most you can get to is level 5. And you see right here, there's 3 blueprints that can possibly be obtained in this mission. Okay, get straight into it. The picture on the left is showcasing the damage that you would take on easy, and the damage on the right is what was showcased, which you would take on normal. So it says the easy difficulty damage to your mobile suit is reduced, so it's easy to clear compared to normal, but the number of optional parts can be acquired is reduced. So if you just want to take it and have fun, go on easy, but I would recommend playing on normal since it's not too difficult, but there are times where you may lose, but again, the missions are short enough, so I would just go on normal, in my opinion. Big part of the video. So again, if you skip to this, I do understand, but I would go back to the previous parts if you want to hear more about the game, but if you're just here for mobile suits, I'm here to tell you about them. So, The first one is, of course, the full armor Double Zeta Gundam, and of course is piloted by Judo Asha. Now, this is only the second suit confirmed for Double Zeta. That worries me. We're going to get into the High New Gundam, and the High New Gundam is from Bel's Chief's Children, Armor Array. Looks cool. Again, its last appearance was in Super Wars 30, so that's kind of cool. And we've seen various screenshots of it, so even the developers seem to like how it plays. The RJ Gundam from Double O, Alial Sasha, is one of my favorite suits in Maxi Boost On, so I'm excited to play this. The Astray Blue Frame Second Revise. Now, this one is the upgraded version of the second L, so it's off by a version, but I did say that the Blue Frame was going to be in the game. And we have the Gundam Astray Amatsumina, again, one of my personal favorite suits from the Astray series. It looks absolutely cool. It has the hooks, it has the everything that you can think of, and of course, it's probably going to have the Mirage Colloid system. And finally, the GM Sniper 2. And here we are with the last little portion of the video, and this one's going to be talking about the DLCs. Now, they've revealed all the DLCs immediately. Not what's in the DLCs, but the DLCs themselves. So, the DLC unit is Scenario Pack 1, of course, Myth and Inheritance, of course, the HFX, and the Gundam Narrative C-Packs. 2 is Night of the Moon and Lights. Now, this is probably going to be the Superior Night Gundam. Again, I'm going to show a tweet on screen that Talon mentioned and said that it's probably going to be the Superior Night Gundam. If you have a Superior Night Dragon, if you haven't seen that, that was, of course, at the end of SC Gundam G-Generation Crossrays, if you beat the game entirely. And or some people are saying that could be the Moon Gundam. And, of course, the third is Flash and Reborn. Now, this to me screams Hathaway's Flash. So it's probably going to be the G, the Penelope, and then that last portion of Reborn, but the Phoenix Gundam from Gundam Unicorn. Or it could be the Code Phoenix. But of course, additional story mission, Cursed Treasure, Vegan Gear Sid breaks into Mars, and Gundam Age FX appears now as the protagonist. For the Hashmal and Vegeta Sig were waiting. But before fighting Vegan Sin, if you meet certain conditions. Now, this means there are changing missions. So if you do something different in the mission before facing the Vegan Sin, you'll face the Vegan Sid and the Hashmal at the same time. And then we have Destination Myth. Psycho Frame suddenly appears, guiding the protagonist in the Narrative C equipment. After heroes of the universe century appear one after another, if you take a detour on the way, you may meet someone different. Now, this is saying if you take one path, you'll meet Armoro and probably Judo, Double Zeta Gundam, and of course the Zeta Gundam. But if you go the other way, you'll meet Armoro in the New Gundam and possibly the High New Gundam or Bondagia. Neo Zeon launches attacks on the Unicorn blocks the attack breaks in. What happens to the fate of the protagonist? And of course, it's introduced in the mobile suits, the HFX, Kyo Asano, and the Narrative Gundam C equipment, which is piloted by Yona Basta. And that's it. So we're done with this video. Again, if you did enjoy this video, you can of course leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.